start of the renewal process, Vietnam has made important economic and social achievements. Vietnam's economy is expanding quickly from its position as that of an emerging developing economy in a system of global and regional economic organizations. Vietnam has become one of the most attractive destinations for investors from all over the world. Vietnam continues to integrate itself with the world economy, and that linkage is helped by the presence of global financial institutions such as Citi Bank. Citi Bank has been and will continue to help maintain the bridge between Vietnam and the world.
When Citi Bank came into Vietnam in the mid-90s, we had a long-term vision. We've been in Asia for 100 years, and we expect to be here for many hundreds of more years. And Vietnam is such a critical, fast-growth, important economy. It was very clear that this was going to be an important market for us for the long term. Our investments and our commitment in Vietnam are not about 1 or 2 or even 15 years. It really is a long-term commitment. And as we see the development of the economy, we see the vibrant nature of the Vietnamese people, we are very bullish on Vietnam in the long run. Our investments into the consumer segment are simply our latest commitment to this country and its potential. You could see continued waves of growth in this country, and Citi Bank wants to be at the forefront, leading that development and helping the Vietnamese to grow into the future.
In 1993, Citi Bank became the first US bank to receive a license from the government to open a representative office in Vietnam. The office is located at 17 Ngo Nguyen, one of the busiest commercial streets in Hanoi. In 1994, Citi Bank was given approval to open a branch in Vietnam. Four years later, in 1998, Citi Bank opened a sub-branch in Ho Chi Minh City. Having been in Vietnam since 1993, 2 years before the normalization of ties between Vietnam and the United States of America, Citi Bank had the strategic vision to see the potential of Vietnam. The early entry of Citi Bank also helped pave the way for improved relations between the two countries. This was realized in 1995, when Vietnam and the United States of America declared the normalization of their bilateral relationship. Citi Bank is proud to be one of the links between the two countries.
Khi mà chúng ta ra cái thị trường tín dụng quốc tế đầu tiên, mà tôi cũng là người đi vay $100 triệu đầu tiên để vào cái thị trường tín dụng thế giới ấy, thì Citibank là một trong những cái đơn vị họ gióng giật, họ giúp đỡ, họ tạo điều kiện. Lúc đó thì vì chúng ta chưa có kinh nghiệm và cũng chưa có uy tín trên thị trường thế giới, mà cái món vay thương mại đầu tiên là chỉ có 100 triệu thôi. Thế nhưng mà phải có 24 ngân hàng, 24 cái tổ chức nó hùn vốn rồi nó mới cho vay. Tất nhiên là không phải là nó không có tiền, nhưng mà nó không muốn là chịu rủi ro ngay. Mà đến bây giờ thì có thể nói là những cái tập đoàn lớn của Mỹ nó bắt đầu vào, và những khoản vay lớn hàng tỷ đô la bắt đầu xuất hiện.
Citibank NA Vietnam is now one of the leading foreign commercial banks in Vietnam, with 2 branches and more than 240 staff, and operates the largest Vietnamese alliance bank network that includes more than 4,000 nationwide online transaction points. The business operations of Citibank are organized into 2 major business groups. Institutional client groups, including global banking, global markets and global transaction services, and global consumer group, which provides customers with traditional banking services, transaction and saving accounts, foreign currency deposits and premium Citi Gold products. Since the opening of the Hanoi branch in January of 1995, Citibank has been one of the leading foreign banks in Vietnam. with a rich international history, broad product platform, and a comprehensive knowledge of the local market. In the last 15 years, Citi Bank has made remarkable progress in various areas, including investments, product development, service and technology, human resource development, and social responsibility. Because of its unique position in the US market, Citibank played a key role in advocating the US-Vietnam BTA negotiation in the US through our relationship with the US government and US business communities. Citibank played an active and important role in advocating Vietnam's ascension to the WTO through our relations with key US decision makers. In the years of 2005 and 2010, Citibank supported Vietnam to successfully issue sovereign bonds in the international market with a total value of $750 million and $1 billion respectively. Citibank has also been the most active supporter of Vietnam's investment events, especially through visits to Europe and the US by the Prime Minister and the President of Vietnam in 2007, 2008 and 2009. Along with support to the Vietnam government, Citibank also actively participated in the growth of the economy by promoting investments into the country. This helped multinational companies establish and expand their business operations in Vietnam. Citibank also offered access to international capital markets to leading local businesses such as Vietnam Airlines, Vietnam Coal and Mineral Group, Vinacomin, Vinalines and PV Trans to aid their expansion in domestic and international markets.
Cũng đến thời điểm hiện nay thì Citi cũng là ngân hàng nước ngoài đầu tiên và duy nhất đã hỗ trợ giúp tư vấn cho tập đoàn chúng tôi phát hành thành công cái trái phiếu nội tệ lên đến cái giá trị lên đến gần 3.000 tỷ đồng. Và trong suốt 15 năm phát triển của tổng ty than, trước đây nay là tập đoàn công nghiệp than khoáng sản Việt Nam, thì Citi luôn đồng hành với chúng tôi trong cái quá trình phát triển sản xuất kinh doanh của mình.
Cái gói vay vốn đầu tiên ấy, năm 2007, 130 triệu đô la là có thể nói là cái hợp tác rất tốt. Và chính nhờ cái đó mà 2007 chúng tôi đã mở rộng rất nhiều các hoạt động đầu tư, đặc biệt là đầu tư cho đội tàu, đầu tư cho cảng biển. Song song với đó thì Citi Bank cũng cung cấp rất nhiều các thông tin về tài chính quốc tế, rồi các hoạt động của dịch vụ tài chính cho Vinalines trong cái quá trình sản xuất kinh doanh của Vinalines.
Đầu tiên thì có thể kể đến cái dịch vụ thành công nhất của Citi Bank là vào năm 2003 khi mà đã thu xếp một cái nguồn vốn thành công cho Vietnam Airlines trong cái thương vụ là 3 chiếc máy bay Boeing 777 của chúng tôi. Thì có thể nói rằng là Citi Bank là cái đối tác lớn mà Vietnam Airlines sử dụng hầu hết các cái dịch vụ mang tính chuyên môn chuyên sâu của một cái ngân hàng toàn cầu.
Trong mấy năm vừa qua, PV Chan đã cùng làm việc với Citi Bank trong một số giao dịch, và với sự hỗ trợ mạnh mẽ của Citi Bank, chúng tôi đã hoàn tất việc thu xếp vốn vay 470 triệu đô la cho nhà máy điện Nhơn Trạch 2 và 175 triệu đô la cho việc mua 3 tàu chở dầu. Đối với chúng tôi, Citi Bank không những là đối tác tin cậy mà còn là một người bạn tốt.
In 1996, Citibank pioneered the interbank payment system with 4 Vietnamese state-owned commercial banks. Currently, Citibank has the largest connection network with domestic banks with over 4,000 online transaction points through 4 state-owned commercial banks, 2 joint stock banks and the postal savings system. Citibank has organised various training activities for the State Bank of Vietnam, local banks and corporates. Citibank's contribution in technology transfer and knowledge sharing was achieved through partnership with Vietnamese banks such as the STP Standard and online transaction points. Citibank also established the Vietnam Bond Market Forum, which provides an information sharing platform, contributes to the legal framework for bond market operations, and contributes advice to the government on the mechanism of foreign currency transaction. Citibank is a reliable partner in technology exchange with many of Vietnam's banks.
Citi Bank đã cung cấp cho FB, cho ngân hàng quân đội chúng tôi những cái line đảm bảo cái thanh toán quốc tế, và từ cái hợp tác đó cũng tạo một điều kiện rất là tốt để cái uy tín của ngân hàng quân đội đối với trường quốc tế về trong giao dịch thanh toán đối với các đối tác nước ngoài, đặc biệt là những cái định chế tài chính lớn thì rất là tốt. Thì đây là cái có thể nói là một cái sự hợp tác rất là tốt mà tạo một cái tiền đề phát triển cho ngân hàng quân đội trong những năm vừa qua.
Citi Bank cũng vậy, và các cái định chế tài chính lớn khác ở trên thế giới thì cũng mong muốn có cái sự hợp tác trao đổi thường xuyên và phát triển các cái quan hệ hợp tác theo cái chiều sâu, tức là đảm bảo cho cái sự hài hòa lợi ích giữa Agribank cũng như là Citi Bank. Và cũng là vì cái sự tiện lợi, đem lại cái dịch vụ tiện ích, thỏa mãn tối đa cái nhu cầu khách hàng của cả hai bên và đem lại lợi ích cho cả hai bên.
Chúng tôi đã có điều kiện hoạt động với Citi Bank với 5 tư cách khác nhau. Chúng tôi vừa là khách hàng của Citi Bank, chúng tôi cũng cung cấp dịch vụ của chúng tôi cho Citi Bank. Chúng tôi làm việc với Citi Bank như là một đối tác ngang hàng. Chúng tôi cũng được Citi Bank chuyển giao công nghệ trong lĩnh vực hoạt động bán lẻ. Và cuối cùng thì chúng tôi cũng đã có điều kiện được hợp tác với Citi Bank trong một khoảng thời gian với tư cách như là một cái điểm đầu tư tiềm năng. Và có thể nói là với cả 5 tư cách và trong cả 3 lĩnh vực thì chúng tôi luôn luôn nhìn nhận Citi Bank như là một đối tác rất là đáng tin cậy và rất là chuyên nghiệp.
Leading foreign bank in delivering diversified cash and trade solution packages across collection, payments, liquidity management, client delivery, trade services and trade finance. In Vietnam, Citibank has been the most reliable and favoured bank for corporates and multinational companies due to our wide global network, highly customised solutions, advanced technology platform and expertise. Citibank is proud to be the leading bank in technology and creation in Vietnam and in the world.
I don't know what the situation was 15 years ago in the Vietnam, but I heard a rumor our first CFO sweeping in from the safe to save the cash all over the night. But thanks to the supporting from the Citi Bank, now I asking to Citi Bank account, I no need to sleeping on my safe all over the night. So anyway, supporting to the Citi Bank. So Toyota, our company, running business 15 years and keep in top share in Vietnam for 15 years. Thank you very much.
We've stuck with Citibank. Citibank has provided, great services from from an electronic B2B service, which has really benefited us in our global operation.
Citi is capable to provide the company with a full service cash counter and ATM machine within the premises of the company. The solution not only support to enhance the current operation efficiency and the productivity of the company with 6,000 employees, but also strongly contribute to the potential growth of doubling to 10,000 employees by 2011.
I think for Citibank there will be a lot of opportunities for working capital funding, offering new products like interest rate swaps or hedging products, as well as even project financing, refinancing, and there will be a lot of projects also coming up, and we are very keen to closely work with Citibank, and also with the growth of the business, you also will have quite a lot of opportunities to do banking with us.
From day one of our operations in Vietnam, Citibank has held a commitment to develop human resources. Our human resources strategy in Vietnam has a particular focus and emphasis on the development of local talent or individuals who have the potential to take on broader roles and are seen as successors to critical and key positions. Citi Bank Vietnam also invested heavily in developing and maintaining a well-trained, knowledgeable and experienced frontline staff as well as operations staff. Currently, Citi Bank employs more than 240 Vietnamese employees in 2 branches in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City.
I joined Citi in Vietnam 15 years ago as one of the first 12 employees for the bank in Vietnam, and I have been looking after the relationship with multinational companies throughout my years with the bank, and now as head of the global subsidiary group for Citi in Vietnam. And what I like most about Citi is a great design to be the first and also to be the best. So this is a great place to work for those who want to be excel.
Since 1995, Citi Foundation has given grants amounting to more than $1.5 million to NGO partners in Vietnam. We've helped build schools in remote rural areas, provided scholarship to disadvantaged students, provided vocational training for young people in need, and supported Operation Smile operations for children with facial deformities. As the leader in the microfinance sector, Citi Bank has introduced the Citi Micro-Entrepreneurship Awards to promote micro-entrepreneurship and celebrate Vietnam's most outstanding micro-entrepreneurs. The Citi Micro-Entrepreneur Awards has been organized every year since 2007, and the event has become one of the important in the local calendar. It regularly attracts big-name sponsors, state organizations, and microfinance organizations.
Recently, a couple years past, we success our business for sure with big support from the Citi Bank. For sure, any business that don't have the financial support, financial backup, will not grow with the strength. For sure that for the opportunity for Vietnam market.
When we arrived in Vietnam in 2007, Citi Bank was our banker and has been our sole banker ever since. Right from the beginning, we were treated as a large company, although we were small. I found that Citi Bank came with advice, but were never too pushy. They didn't try and force us to take products. They let us grow as a business and take products as and when we needed them.
ThyssenKrupp in Germany and many of its affiliates worldwide are working already for years close together with Citibank. I had the experience in my former company in Western Europe, the same with Citibank. So it was for us, when we started the company in 2007, a logic step to also to cooperate with Citibank.
Citibank, they are the global service, right, in the world, and they are top banking. Start from US, right, and they are reliable and customer, and they provide a customized solution for our customer. So that's why my management in Bangkok, 2 years ago, we selected Global Bank, the Citibank, to be our global service, and they provide us the day-to-day cash collection and payments, and another one, they also provide a bank counter service to install in our office. And the third one, what we use the telegraphic transfer, which provide a very competitive FX rate. So I think I'm very happy with all the service that provided by Citibank.
Nói đến Citi là nói đến một cái thương hiệu có tiếng trên thế giới về cái tính chuyên nghiệp, sáng tạo và hiệu quả.
And we really need a strong banking partner, and I think we find that Citibank, fills all those needs for us.
Tôi có thể nói là tính chuyên nghiệp và tính hàng đầu của một ngân hàng có tính toàn cầu.
Citibank is customer oriented So I like Citi Bank very much.
Citi Bank là đối tác của chúng tôi và là bạn thân của chúng tôi.
Partners that we are looking forward to work with in Vietnam.
I'm proud to be a Citi banker.
The Certificate of Merit for Contribution in Inflation Control and in Macroeconomic Stabilization in 2008, awarded by the government. The Golden Dragon Award for Best Foreign Bank in Vietnam, organized by Vietnam Economic Times. The Vietnam Golden FDI, awarded by the Ministry of Planning and Investment. Best FX Prime Broking Services, awarded by the Vietnam Securities Association and the State Bank of Vietnam. The Best Foreign Bank in 2007, awarded by the Asset. Best International Trade Bank in Vietnam 2008 to 2010, awarded by Trade Finance. Best Corporate Institutional Internet Bank 2009, awarded by Global Finance. Best Cash Management Services in 2010, awarded by Asia Money. And Best Supplier of Domestic and International Customer Services, awarded by Global Custodian.
Citibank looked at Vietnam in the early 1990s and said, this is very clearly an important economy and one in which we want to be a central player. We set up a rep office, and in 1995 we opened our first branch here in Hanoi, and we've also been now 10 years in Ho Chi Minh City. So you can see a sustained long-term commitment to Vietnam.